and welcome to Minigame Monday. Today is Monday, November 17th, 2025, and today we will be solving a jigsaw puzzle made up of titles that were in the listing on the website for the May 2025 session of Protospiel Online. I can get the link to solve the puzzle online for you. I'll put it here in chat. And say hello to Robert. Thanks for joining. And here is here I'll switch to our puzzle view and then I'll show you the link. Because when I change my view, the link goes away. All right. So this is one of the 4 types of puzzles that I show off on these Minigame Monday streams, and it's probably the easiest for me to talk and do at the same time. So I'll be keeping an eye on the chat, and I'll read out before I break this into the puzzle pieces. I'll read out all the titles, and I usually try to, it's not a terribly many piece puzzle, so I usually try to just hold this in my mind and give myself a little bit more challenge and not look at the picture reference after I've kind of just tried to memorize it. So we've got Antipathy, Farmer's Market, Zoography, Hatter Convention, Guilds and Gambits, Origin Quest, Witch's Revel, Kudzu, Antimander's Redistricting Board Game, Kindred Critters, It's Too Complicated, Yin Yang Chase, Fight Sequence, and Cursed VHS. And I have I think you all can't hear the sound effects in this puzzle, but if you're solving it yourself, you'll hear nice satisfying little clicks, and we have this tool to only see the edges so I can sort them faster. Cursed VHS gets the honor of being the first one that I found. And this one will be Zoography. I don't think I got to play this one in May, but this is a long-awaited title from Caitlin Green. And, Doomsday Robot had been her company, but I actually am not 100% sure if... I think there might have been a company brand change decided upon, and it'll be actually released under another brand, even though it had been play tested under Doomsday Robots a lot. Don't quote me on that. I actually haven't gotten the whole story, or I suppose I may have missed like a specific what am I trying to say, like press release type thing, but I feel like I just saw another company name that makes me think that something like that has happened. This one, Yin Yang Chase, is something that I'd never got a chance to try. It sounds like the kind of thing that would be a 2-player game. That would be my guess, but not sure. Fight Sequence. This one goes up in the corner. That one, Antipathy. That's what I remember that one being called. That's another one I haven't gotten to try myself. But yeah, I have played Zoography longer ago than May, and it's a fun tile laying game about building a zoo that I think is the thing. So I've played a lot of different games that are about building a zoo in one way or another. Actually, oh, hello, Derwent. Thanks for joining. Good to see you. I guess it's not too terribly late for you all over in the UK at this new time that I'm doing for Minigame Monday. So it's good to see you. What was I saying? Oh yeah, about Zoography. Feeling like a lot of times the games, I think Barren Park, the thing you build, does end up looking quite a bit like a zoo, but it's only bears. Like I don't know. I think the variety of animals is sort of always what was more charming from childhood anyway, about what was interesting about zoos. So, yeah, I feel like the thing that you end up building in zoography ends up looking like a zoo, and you actually put little animal meeples into the pins, and there's a path that ends up being drawn around all the pins and stuff that is a little bit more true to looking at a zoo map if you ever go to one, the experience of that. So I'm really excited to have that one as an option to play. Lately, I have a friend that I play a lot of asynchronous BGA games with. She's my local friend. I met her at my local game group, but sometimes we use BGA to help teach her a game or something like that. And she was really on a kick. We spent a couple of months, I think, playing Barron Park, New York Zoo, and Wingspan, all three of them in a cycle. And I kept asking her if she was sick of it, and she was like, no, I'm getting better at these. So we just kept playing the same ones, and at Farmer's Market. And I finally asked her again if she was sick of any of them, and she was ready to stop. We started trying to play Arc Nova, which we did learn how to play on BGA, but it was New York Zoo. Yes, been playing that one. It looks a little bit like a real zoo when you're done, I guess, because you do put the animal meeples in there. But it's not like... It's a very abstract game, I guess. It's not really about building your zoo, to me. It's like a puzzly game. And as I recall, zoography is like... It's about planning out, sequencing. It's not like heavy like Arc Nova, where you're thinking about like what it really is like to... the theme of Arc Nova is getting funding for the zoo and doing conservationist projects and stuff. Really, a lot of your points are coming from that. So it's cool that Arc Nova is highlighting that, but there is a lot going on in Arc Nova. I taught her that game, Zoo Tycoon. Oh, cool. I haven't heard of that one. But I did teach her Arc Nova on a live call, and I think it took like an hour and a half to get through the tutorial on BGA. And it's mostly a pretty good tutorial, but I feel like it does have... There's a couple of things that are important that it forgets to tell you. Like that you have to start on the edge, and I don't know, a couple other things. So I was filling in and like explaining details of things that I felt like the way it was written didn't really make sense after having played it myself. And even the tutorial, the person writing the tutorial takes pauses to be like, I'm sorry, I know this is complicated. Just, it's going to be okay. We're going to get through this. So it's a pretty heavy game, I feel like. Like once you know what's going on, it runs pretty smoothly, but there's just so much front-loaded knowledge of what everything is and what, like, all the different things that you need to consider that might be important. It's kind of a lot. The orange piece on the left, Derwent says, looks like it's going to make an eye for a face rather than a letter. The orange piece on the left. Did I move it around? Huh. This one? Do you mean this one? I guess I could kind of see that being an eye for a face. You can, and oh, that's interesting. That's something about this Jigsaw puzzle tool. It's in the already solved border. Okay, let me see. There's some like, point and click adventure. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it does kind of look like a googly eye, like exactly where the blue background is. Yeah, so many more pieces. I hid the edges maybe before you were watching. But the one thing I wish I had was something to like push all of them. Like I don't have to sort the edges out with this tool. That really saves me time because that's kind of a tedious thing. But I do wish that I could do like a single button to be like, all to the left or all to the right, and then just move the frame over, because then I do still have to kind of make sure everything's out from under the frame so I can see all my options, you know. But anyway, there's some like various oh yeah, Christmas season is coming up, and one of our I don't really want to say guilty pleasure. That seems so silly to call this a guilty pleasure, because it's like the most mundane, vanilla sort of thing. But I guess maybe that's why it would be guilty, is that it's not really, you know, for people who play a lot of games and spend a lot of time like challenging their brains. It's a very very easy puzzle game called Christmas Wonderland that is just like super kitschy. It's also, it does not look like something that takes a lot of effort for the game makers to make, but it's just so comforting and Christmassy that we buy the new one every year. And it has hidden object puzzles with, you know, scenes from from the North Pole and from the town where the family is getting ready for Christmas throughout. But you'll do these hidden object puzzles, but between every one of them, there's some kind of, you know, mini puzzle like this. Sometimes they're jigsaw puzzles. Sometimes they're crossword puzzle, or not crossword. They don't do crossword puzzles. They do word search puzzles and find the difference puzzles and things like that. And when they do the jigsaw puzzle, you can click, like you rotate it. I'm pretty sure. Like these are always just oriented the same way. I don't think that I have a setting, you know, as the puzzle maker to make it harder. There's a couple different places the screen paint could be, but we'll see. Yeah, so that's part of the oh yeah, we're gonna have a big strip of red anti-manders. This is probably near the beginning of that. There we go. See, did you say? Oh, wait a minute. You said that already. I'm just getting an odd little notification in chat. I don't know. I think it might have disconnected for a second here, but hopefully it'll come back if you're talking to me. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm kind of glad I don't have to fiddle with that, even though maybe it would allow for a little bit more challenge. Puzzles are an interesting thing, right? Because everybody has, like, when they're too easy, somehow they stop being fun for certain tastes, right? Let's see, does that connect? Yep. Okay, I think, yeah, whatever the error message that I could kind of see that seemed to be saying chat was disconnected went away now, so hopefully everything's okay. This might be here. I'm not real sure. Oh, redistricting board game, probably. This is probably around here somewhere. Board game. Okay, yep. You're back if you were gone. You did an exit advent calendar and it was pretty good, challenging, but not too challenging. Which one was it? We've been doing those on a yearly basis. So we actually have them all, but we decided to skip one year so that we could be doing it with, actually, because Ambi in the Board Game Blitz Discord talks about the daily puzzle for the exit. So we, like, when we realized she was going to be doing that, we stopped being a year behind and we like skipped forward. So we actually have an extra one that I guess we could do in tandem with one, but it's kind of, you know, it's a little time consuming to do one. So okay, Santa's Magic Book. Yeah, we did that one. It looks like the like after you open the flap and you're looking at the scene, it looks like a village, right? We did that one. I think that one might have been my least favorite one. Not to poo-poo it or anything. Like, it wasn't terrible, but I think I've liked the other ones a little bit better. Yeah, I think we've done 3 of them. The Missing Hollywood Star was last year's, and it was quite good. And the first one we did was the Ice Cave. And the one we haven't done that we ended up skipping over was the Santa's Workshop one. And this year, I can't remember what it's called, but it looks like I think on the cover it has maybe a bunny driving a sleigh through the sky. I can't remember what it's called. I haven't looked at it very close. But yeah, that's probably redistricting. There's all these pink ones are just, it seems like, I don't know, they shouldn't be that hard, but they're kind of jumbled. And there's also a couple, and there's another like kind of big pink chunk here too that might be getting me a little confused potentially. But yeah, Ambi also turned us on last year to the idea of putting together like an Advent jigsaw puzzle, which you can buy them already like this, where you get 24 little boxes of jigsaw pieces, and either it can be 24 like little puzzles where they each have a border, or it can be 24 like sections of a large jigsaw puzzle. And that's what we did last year, is like a section of a jigsaw puzzle that had, you know, we'd put together like this corner, and then we'd put together the next one and kind of attach it. And by the end of the month, we had made like a full-size big 1,000-piece puzzle. And we liked that so much that we took another puzzle that was kind of Christmassy themed, and that we had put together. And when we took it apart in pieces, and I boxed it up. So we can, and I think that puzzle actually, it had a lot of things in it where like the same Christmas tree happened in all these different places, you know, and so it made sorting and finding where to put it more time consuming than it felt worth it. So I think it'll actually probably be really snappy to put together in little chunks and feel like a light snack, whereas it felt like a headache as a whole puzzle. So I'm kind of looking forward to trying that this year. But yeah, if we're doing that little Advent thing and the exit puzzle, I don't know how we're ever gonna have time to do an extra exit. Yeah, I mean, maybe we could do a Christmas in July. Just do one in the middle of the summer or something like that instead of around Christmas. Maybe I can talk Will into doing that with me. Redistricting. Oh my gosh. Mander, probably. No, this is redistricting. Those go together. Okay. And this is Guilds and Gambits that goes somewhere else. Not here, though. I don't know. I'm a little redistricting. Mander. Okay. Auntie. Here we go. I'm figuring it out. I can sort of talk and do this at the same time. Yay for Christmas in July. Maybe. It seems like we're very busy in July as well, so we'll see. But you've done movies for that. Okay. And yeah, Christmas vacation and summer months. Do one at Christmas and release it in the next one? What do you mean release it in the next one? don't know. I like, you mean like record it? Yeah, well, yeah, and puzzles also are a thing. We are doing another stream where we're solving puzzles, and I'm feeling like it's really fun, and I'm glad we're doing it, but I hope I'm not bothering. Maybe you misheard something. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm talking about doing the exit calendars, so they're like 24 little puzzles. I'm not sure if you've seen these, Derwent, but they kind of made a splash like right at the beginning of the pandemic. I think maybe the first one might have been 2020 Christmas. Um, I'm sure they were working on it before they realized there was going to be a pandemic, but uh, yeah, it's always a box with a flap on top. You can open the flap, and there's like little doors that you can punch, and the puzzle is to figure out which door you're supposed to open next. Like the solution to each puzzle is to find the next door that you will open tomorrow. And that's the format anyway of the thing. So yeah, they've released one every year, and Will and I got started a year late, and we were doing the one the year before each year until we noticed that Ambi was live chatting in the Board Game Blitz Discord server about it. So she wasn't filming them, but she had like a spoilery, spoilers are here kind of channel in her Discord, talking about like once you had solved it, you could talk to other people who had solved it about whether like how the puzzle went for you. So, okay. Yeah, you've heard people talking about them. Yeah, and like streaming them, I don't think I want to stream those. I just think I enjoy that as a holiday tradition with Will. And streaming things is always more work. But yeah, also if you stream a puzzle, like, are you giving away, what does that, okay. Like, does the puzzle, is the puzzle maker happy about that? Or are you giving away so like people won't want to get it themselves? But I don't know. I mean, these are, I kind of think that these are more expensive than a regular exit, right? So in some ways I could see it being like a nice thing to do to let other people experience the thing, when it's kind of expensive. And also, yeah, exit is made for throwing away, and I do not participate in that. I have all these strategies for not destroying the box, and so I actually, like all of my past ones, I've reset them, and kept them usable. Sometimes it's easier than others. It generally it requires being a little bit crafty, but I just don't like the idea of just throwing something like that intricate away. It just bugs me. I won't do it. But yeah, I'm happy that I hope they stay around, because they've been a fun addition to our holiday season the last few years. And also making these Jigsaw advent calendars. Yeah, you also are upset about the waste of legacy games. Yeah, sometimes when I tell people that I'm not going to do that, they like scold me and say that this is the point is that it's cathartic to like do the no thing and like rip a card in half or whatever. I also didn't destroy things when I played Pandemic Legacy, though I have not reset that, and that feels pretty difficult to reset to me. So maybe it didn't matter that I didn't rip it up, if it's like in practice not really possible. I would say my biggest tip on not destroying an exit, both the little boxes and the advent calendars, is to have some tracing paper available. So you put it over whatever the puzzle is and you write on it instead of the paper of the puzzle. You also could, copy it, I guess, and write on the copy if you have a printer copier, but you don't even have to technically cheat if you have tracing paper. Because, yeah, if you took it to a Kinko's or whatever, a print shop, and they knew what you were doing, they would tell you you're not allowed to do that, probably. Let's see. There we go. This is probably down here. Yep. And I have just like a ton of... Okay, so this will be over here. Oh yeah, I remember It's Too Complicated was right here, and I can see that's part of this. And a lot of like a little bit of pink and green on the bottom would be down here. That can't go there. Oh, over here? Maybe? Interesting. Maybe it goes over here. Somewhere. I'll hold it there for now. Well, unless this is this. Oh, no, it wouldn't be there then. It's somewhere here. Interesting. Oh. Oh. Oh, that was really confusing me because I thought that was snapped in and it wasn't. That's why it didn't fit. Okay. That makes a lot more sense now. I'm not sure where that goes. Witch's Revel. That's what that is. Looks like that goes kind of right around here somewhere. There we go. Right there. Intersection. Yeah, Witch's Revel is one I didn't get to try, but it's funny, and in a way it's sort of like a cousin of Witch's Quarrel. It's definitely a very different game, but it's still a 2-player card battler about witches. But it's more, my understanding is it's more irreverent or silly, kind of humorous, whereas Witch's Quarrel is a lot more earnest, I guess, in its story. It's more of a heartwarming story. Yeah, you like how it snaps when you put a piece in. Like if you're playing with it, you'll hear it actually make a snap sound, which is very satisfying. But I don't think I have my computer's sound on, so I don't think you can hear it on the stream. So far, the only one you've played from the completed puzzle is Fight Sequence. Okay, you know what's ridiculous is it's been around forever. I've still never gotten to play Fight Sequence. I think there's something about it being like a 2-player game and that it gets over quickly. It like fills quickly, you know? So I think I'm just never in the channel looking for a game. When it gets posted, and when it gets posted, it gets taken immediately. I just like never have ended up getting to play it. Certainly not at Protosville Online. I think to get to play it, I'm gonna have to go to like a separate event that Jamie runs probably. But yeah, I really I think actually, if I am not mistaken, no. I've played What If I'm the Devil too, but that game is like not a game that you play more than once. So it's not like a a pull it out and like teach it all your friends all the time kind of game. It has kind of a different goal than that. But the only game of Jamie's other than that I've played is Elemistic, and you have to play the 2v2 where there was more room for people. Yeah, and Elemistic was like just, yeah, if if fight sequence is as fun as All Mystic, I need to play fight sequence. No, I haven't gotten to play the Rainbow Yummy game yet. I think it's called, or I think the most recent name for it is Propaganda. I think it was called Rainbow Things, and then it got changed to Propaganda. And I think that's still its name, unless I've missed something. Okay, that looks right. What is going on here? Okay. Does that go there? No. I don't think it goes there at all, but I'm trying to... It just doesn't seem like there'll be a place to put it otherwise. Does it go here? Oh, it does go there. Okay. Oh, Hatter Convention. Okay. Yeah, Robert also would like to have a chance to play fight sequence. Yeah, I think... Is it the case that that's going to be for sale at PAX Unite Market? I feel like I might be misspeaking, but that also seems... I feel like Jamie has something in the night market. If it's not fight sequence, I can't really remember what it would be otherwise. If somebody is so inclined, looking up the night market and seeing if fight sequence is on there, that would be great to know. Oh, here we go. It's going to be at the top, Witch's Revel. I remember Shanti, who's the Witch's Quarrel designer, being very excited to meet the Witch's Revel designer, because he was like, "You also understand where to put the apostrophe." We use the apostrophe the same. You, me, same. You're gonna look for me. Thank you, Derwin. But yeah, that's funny. There are so many game names and so many themes. There's a lot to go around, but then again, it's funny how, yeah, in similar creative spaces, people kind of think the same or have similar ideas close together. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You didn't know Adulting is at the night market? Yeah, that's really exciting. And Adulting just got a really cool review in Space Biff, where, yes, and Zoe's Conviction is going to be there, as well as some leftover games that they from the copies they made available for the Midnight Market that are Lunarpunk games specifically. I don't know how many of those, but they're bringing their extra copies from Midnight Market. I saw them announce that. So yeah, but the Space Biff review at the very end said, I know we're always like supposed to be, cutting indie designers some slack or whatever, but this is not good for an indie game. This is a good game. I was like, what a very kind thing to say. That was very nice. So, okay. No, you don't see anything from Jamie. Maybe maybe I'm getting mixed up. Maybe there's something else. I don't know. Or I don't know. Maybe I'm only just remembering that What If I'm the Devil is going to be in Midnight Market, and I got that conflated. So thank you for correcting me, so I'm not misspeaking and telling people stuff they can't do. I guess last year, Hedged In was there. So maybe that is what I am remembering. And that was a collab between Connor and Jamie. I'm getting close to done here. Well, wait a minute, but this one is tricky too. Okay, it's got to be right here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I made not the best choice by making the background a dark blue that's like really close to the dark blue. It's not exactly the same, but it's really close. And I'm sure like a lot of people see it the same. I guess actually it's not that hard to go into the settings and just like change the background. And maybe I should for accessibility's sake. It probably would take me 5 minutes because I am experiencing like it's slowing me down and it kind of getting like jumbled with the edges where I think something is connected and it's not or whatever. I think that when I like the tool automatically picks a background color and it's off in like an ugly color and I change it. And I think this time it wasn't super ugly, but so I was like thankful to have one less step, but there's another problem with it other than it being ugly. Yes, accessibility is for everyone. It's true. All right. I've been considering, I don't know. I don't think it would really stress me out because I don't think I would really care that much either way. But I've been considering adding like a bot in the chat for Twitch that allows you to predict how long it will take me to solve a puzzle. So that there's a little bit of extra gamification in there. I haven't exactly figured out which bot this is. There is the other part of the eye. It was one of the very last things I did, Derwent. Okay. Confetti. The wink was an accident? Were you going for just the smile? Yes, confetti. I win. All right. Thank you for joining me for this stream. And that's all I've got for you is just the smile is what you were going for. All right. Wink and smile. Very similar. Very similar. I'll take it. I'll give you all a link to our Discord server community. It's open all the time, whether or not badges are on sale for our playtesting weekends, our playtesting convention. I will have badges on sale pretty soon, but as we were discussing, PAX U is coming up, which is a busy time for lots of people who are part of the Purgeville Online team. So I'm not going to push too hard to get them open before that, but once that is passed and people's prep time for PAX U and everything kind of come down, gotten a little bit of a couple days to rest after getting home from PAX U. I would say like within a week or so after PAX U is over, which is this coming weekend, I would like to make it possible for people to buy badges for January 2025, which will be the 16th through 18th this year. But for now, badges are not open, so you can just join our community, which is we have a free Discord community to join. It's good to be with you all, and I will see you next week for Minigame Monday on November, what will that be? November 24th, which will be the Monday before Thanksgiving for us here in the US. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.